Well, hello and welcome. I know I'm a little bit late. Thank you for hanging around and waiting for me. My name is Jo. I may not be the Jo you're thinking of, but we've got a lot to talk about today, particularly the hearing that occurred, another live on YouTube, and of course, some more Twitter stuff. So grab your coffee, your tea, whatever it is that you're drinking, and let's look at it today. So, how are you thinking, or what do you think about what happened at the court hearing? I know for many people it was yesterday or last night, but for me it was early this morning. Hey, Harmony, you're not late. In fact, I was late. So there you go. I've already just started. So tell me, what did you think or what did you know? I was watching Uncivil's coverage, and then I thought maybe I'll try and dial into the court. So I did. So I got to hear it hear the second half myself. And Uncivil was fairly accurate with his commentary as to what he went on. So I'd like to see what you think first, and then I'll give you what I think about it, and then we can have a look and see what happened on Twitter today and in live streams, because it's been very, very interesting. And I'm hoping you can all hear me, because it's been one of those days. Dutch Spirit says, happy Wednesday. Hello, Chuckadee. The other thing is I've been unpacking some boxes. I've been here for about 4 months, and I've now got these clothes that haven't fitted me for a long time that are fitting me again. So that's pretty exciting as well. So did you watch Uncivil or Emily? And what did you think from what you heard, from what they said? Because I titled today's stream, Who's the Boss? Because the judge the judge told them, she told them who was the boss, really. All right, Harmony says, I managed to get in the Zoom call to hear and rewatch Uncivil's live and Emily's, and I feel they didn't say everything like Salts knows someone paid the hacker farms. Yes, I did hear that too, Harmony. I did hear that too. Saltsy's going to get annoyed waiting for possibly. Made me wish I'd paid more attention in VC legal studies. Yeah. I got the iced coffee. That's what's left of it, Peter. Chico roll, no. So here's two things that I discovered that I heard. First of all, she was not very impressed that there was lots of paperwork being filed. She used the word nonsense, I think. That there's a lot of nonsense going on, that the case had sort of disappeared. That she really wanted them to really try and sort out a lot of the stuff themselves, and that she really didn't feel that that the court's time was for sorting out little tiffs. She reminded me of a mother saying to her kids, now, if you two can't sort it out between you two and I have to intervene, there's going to be trouble. That's what it sounded like to me. The other thing is that she said she's never, in all of her time as a judge, issued a gag order. And all she was doing was warning. She can only control what she can control. She can't control. She can't control us, the outside community, but she can control the lawyers and their clients. And so she told them in no uncertain terms that they have to control themselves and they have to control their clients. Well, we know who that was directed at, don't we? And that was put very firmly. Otherwise, she will. The other thing that she said is that if they can't stop talking about the case on social media, then they are best to bring the dates forward and get them sorted out sooner rather than later. Now, whether that means she's going to rule, like she hasn't ruled on jurisdiction, but whether that means that she's going to rule in jurisdiction so that she gets it, then that's yet to be decided. Yes, I agree with you, Hamia. I thought what Brown and the judge said about that was not very good. They don't think that her declarations were very good. They thought that Saltz essentially got admonished for putting accusatory statements in Nat's declaration. And even if Nat has been hacked, there is no need for them to make accusations against the defendant, and that if he's going to do it again, he needs to send a declaration through to Brown to get it approved before it's filed. I didn't like that. The judge was very concerned about the death threats that against Saltz, and once is behind the fact that they can get to the bottom of it. The interesting thing that, and Harmony alluded to this before, but Saltz did say that the preliminary forensics shows that the emails that Nat received from Mr. Brown use the same header as the authentic ones, which means that whoever is hacking in is using, it would look like they're using the same server to do it. So they're hacking into, so there's very little difference between the authentic and the fake. So that was pretty interesting. But he did say that there would be more. No header, hell froze over. Header. The headers are the same. Yeah. Yeah, it was the header. That the headers are almost identical in the authentic and the fake. So Harmony says, "Oh, I know, Brown got hacked," and he sounded surprised and then tried to say, "Nope, it was all fake." That's right. So, and the judge has actually recommended that if he has a problem with his email security, that he sets up an email just for correspondence with Saltz, so that there is no regard for hacking. So he didn't get off it. He didn't get it off either. I mean, I think the judge was a little bit surprised that Brown didn't realize that he was hacked. But, yeah. Well, that's right, username 80. But the thing is, it will all be just catalogued and documented. So she hasn't ruled on jurisdiction. She hasn't ruled on the status conference. It was just, she essentially just told them off and told them to sort themselves out, that they're adults, they're lawyers, they're not children in a playground, and that they need to be professional. Although these things are concerning, the court doesn't have time to waste. I took this to ask the question. I wait for a night. Code can be inserted. So was it code or IP trails? Now you've got me. I'm sure they said header. I'm sure they said the headers, Peter. I'm sure they said headers. Yes, it was more like a mum grounding children, but in an adult way. Yeah, she did. She sounded like she gave them both a good talking to. That's why I titled this "Who's the Boss?" because the judge laid down the rules, and she's not going to make any time. She's not going to make any time any further for any of this nonsense. Yeah. So they've all been put on notice, and she's also said there's to be no more filings. This was the status conference. Yeah. the font was different as well, I think, says scale. The header is in the code, says hell froze over. They said his email header was the same and it came from Brown's email. Yes, that's right. Came from Brown's email. So there's very little difference in the headers between the authentic and the fake, which if I was Brown, that would concern me. It means that somebody is doing it means his firm's probably been hacked. You know, that should ring alarm bells. But, you know, so it was very interesting. Jeez. I sure would be big time mad if I was one of Brown's firm's clients to know they've been hacked. Yeah, so it looks like that they've been hacked and people have been using their emails. I know, you write it, I speak it. That's good. Oh, well, I think he might be after today, Peter. I think he might be because although I do think Salt's got the biggest, I called it bollocking. I think he got the biggest bollocking. But Brown didn't come out very low. Well, the KJ Live will at least be helpful for the FBI, which Salt would use it for court. And the video of her saying she has done the dark web stuff with Dot. Yes. Well, she did. Sorry, Brown should. So it's all very, it was all very interesting. Now, Uncivil did say he's not sure that there would be a transcript, and she also said that she's never she's never seen behaviour like this in all her time as a judge. So she's never issued a gag order. So she's been the judge for 40 odd years or something, never issued a gag order. So she doesn't want it to start now. So hopefully it's gotten in. But look, I'm happy we can set up a poll if you like to see how long it is before she starts talking. Did you see on KJ's live her talking about critical thinking book? Someone said, be careful, Katie, what you talk about, because all that stuff leads into the hacking farms. I didn't watch that live. We're going to watch it shortly because I started to watch it and I got bored. But look, we're going to look at her Twitter first, because there was something that was posted just before the court hearing that was very, very interesting. If she'd posted it after, she could have got this. None of this would have happened if KJ kept her mouth shut. I think she did all of this to make the judge ticked off at Salts and make Brown look better and have a better chance. Possibly, but I don't think she's come out smelling like roses either. That was me. Aha. She also mentioned in that live that she'd gotten an email from Jessie. Well, allegedly, because that's her Twitter says something else. Kristen, we're going to have a look. My impression from covering the judge did a good parenting on the lawyers. Yes, Dutch spirit. Yeah. She mentioned briefly getting an email from Jessie in this. Okay, that's interesting. Well, I haven't seen it, so I'll be interested. The judge presided over Parla in this case asked for the gag order. That's right, Peter. That's right. She's done gag order and she's already talking. If you ask her, well, she probably is. That's funny. Yes, hell froze over. Sometimes in the afternoon. Yes. So yeah, so that's what I took that. That's how I took that to be. So so not much happened, but the judge is going to rule as to whether there's going to be a status conference or what she's going to do. She didn't hint as to whether she was going to do jurisdiction. And the other thing is, she said she hadn't read any of the documentation, so she hadn't read it all. So all of those pages that they had filed, she hadn't read. So, oops. Yeah, so she hadn't read any of it. Talking, she probably will be. Oh, I know lots of stuff about everybody. You know, I could spill the beans. I could reveal everybody's secrets. No, I couldn't be bothered. What was I wearing at 3 a.m.? I was actually in my pajamas and I was in bed. I actually fell back asleep. I actually fell asleep because after the court call, I hung up. Uncivil finished. I flicked over to Emily. I went to sleep listening to Emily's take on it. So I went back to sleep. Your lost hell froze over? That's all right. I am too. Right. So we're going to have a look at the Twitter today, because I know some of you can't get into Twitter. So let's have a look at Twitter. There's a couple of interesting things in here. As I said, some of them were shared before the court case. Some of them were shared after. So she's got something here about Marilyn Manson. Apparently she used to have nightmares about him. So because she's saying about the fact that there was something disturbing about his videos, interviews, and persona. I used to have horrific nightmares about it. And someone says, well, you can't judge him by his look. So you're wide awake, Peter. Yeah, well, they were. Oh, Peter. Anyway, I won't go through that. Oh, I did. Fairy floss. That's right, Dutch spirit. He's going to have to work hard for his money. So then it says, keep your chin up, lady. I don't understand why they do this to you. I'm new, but I love your content. You clearly work so hard. People are crazy. Hope you and your guys are staying safe. It's really and truly the most important thing. Stay strong. Someone else says, unbelievable. It reminds me of, if you don't hear it from me, it isn't true, and then it's all true. If that's the case, then you need to let the proper authorities know. Jesse has been causing issues all over people's streams. It isn't these people, KJ. It is one crazy person. He has been denounced by everyone. Stop playing the victim. Your lawyer just told the judge that you guys don't know who is behind the hacking. And then it says, her tweet doesn't state she knows who the person is hacking, only that they claim to be the person hacking. That is why she said claim. FFS. There is a difference between passing along info and saying you know it to be fact. It is an example of random contacts she receives. It is unhelpful of you to attack people who reply to Katie. I did not use any rude language. I did not insult her. This is why Katie gets little engagement on her Twitter. Is my use of FFS rude? I apologize. It was not intended as rudeness to you, just exasperation. People twist everything in support of KJP into things that were never said, then bully her for the twisted lie. I'm tired of seeing it. People know it's wrong, but they still do it. I did not twist anything. That was a statement of fact. I am aware there are trolls who attack Katie. However, not everyone is a troll. Not everything happens is bullying. I said people frequently do. I said you didn't seem to. My point, KJP didn't say this is the hacker. Just this Leon guy claimed to be. Yeah, other people, their big twist. KJP lied saying she doesn't know who the hacker is. She doesn't know. She's showing a random guy claiming he is. I'm assuming this is the last we'll hear from you about any of this since the court issued an order for everyone to stop talking about the case. Aren't you supposed to be hushed per the judge? Are you supposed to be not? Aren't you supposed to be in court? You are a POS. No, the court hearing today is not in person, it's Zoom. So that's that one. Now, isn't that funny that it's okay for her to say this person said that they were the hacker, but when everyone was saying that the hackers were saying that they were doing it in her name, everyone else is lying? So that's what I just find fascinating. And again, she's already been called out for it. Zag. I know. Zag, hey? All right. So then we've got my mama and dad taught me to never bend to bullies, to stand up for myself, to never allow anyone to silence me, to fight for what's right. When your choice is to beat up or to fight back, knowing you'll be plummeted along the way, what do? I fight back. Hey, the am chick. So then we've got, sometimes it's okay to be quiet. Someone else has written, a judge can silence you. If you're drawing inspiration from Michelle Obama, you might consider trying to model your behavior after her most recognizable quote, when they go low, we go high. No, she definitely chooses to go even lower. I would love to see her prove her doubters, including myself, wrong in that regard. Same, but I'm not holding on much hope. I'd settle for her cutting the victim and the hypocrite. She's never cared about her victims. If this was someone else, she'd be talking about it nonstop without any regard for anyone's feelings. Maybe she can learn from this situation. Kind of like she relentlessly went after Tati after 4 C&Ds and after James Charles told her to please lay off, and that she was wrong and it was going to get bad for her if she kept spewing her hatred. What is her tweet anyway? She's not in the right for this. Stand up to who? Herself. I mean, this is the nicest way possible. A little bit of self-awareness would go a long way in getting people to lay off. You're not the only victim. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Cheesy but effective. Everyone involved in the drama needs to be better. I say, listen to mama and dad. Stand up to these jerks. Tell them to pee up a rope. I'm a fighter for those who cannot fight for themselves. I'm a nurse and I've had to fight for loads of things for patients. These guys wimps. So there's that one. I know. Well, that'd be funny. How froze over. Oh, dear. So we're about to hit after the court case. After the court hearing. But it was funny because she came straight on. I don't know whether she'd had a chat to her lawyer at all. So then she's got, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Like, it's what a good afternoon it is. She obviously thinks that she's won. But they didn't, because they didn't get their gag order. Remember, they wanted a gag order and she wasn't going to, the judge didn't give it to them. So, thanks. We are standing up to her. She is the bully, yeah. Top chat again. I know I do that sometimes too. Hello, Laura. All right. So it's this, so everyone's saying, hello, Katie. Hi, Katie. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, honey. How are you doing? Hugs. I command respect. Yes. Then she's gone on. So then we've got this one. I don't have ducks or a row. I have squirrels and they are everywhere. And she said so too. So that's a retweet. Yes, I think she does think she wins. I think she thinks she's won because, like, technically Saltsy can. However, the judge said to Saltsy that if he can use Twitter to get information from people. She hasn't said that you can't do it. She doesn't want the case to play out on Twitter. She didn't say to Saltsy you can't do it because he asked her, does that mean that I can't collect evidence? And she said, no, you can, as long as that's what you're doing. So it's not a win. He can keep doing what he is doing because the court told him he could. All right. So then she says, is it a sign I've officially made it when the fundies begin mailing me Bible passages and sending me letters telling me to stop listening to the devil and let the extremist fundamentalists be? Because I got 2 letters and a DM like this today. I'm officially fundy famous. And there's 6 comments there. I'm not going to read them. Then she's got, so we've got she did a Duggar video today. Gail says, dear Judge, I'm glad you told the Michaels off. They were a little sassy, I know, but I'm very disappointed you did not have a gag order for KJ. She never stops talking. You'll find out. These guys don't respond, just tag and don't react if he thanks you. That's right. KJ also said she knew what the hacker was, but yes, that's right. That's true. Wasn't there, that was in an Insta post. Wasn't that in an Insta, didn't she say in Instagram, because I don't have that one, but I saw a clip of it where she said that they were talking to the FBI and giving over all the evidence that they had collected. So then she's got here, I've never felt more exhausted in my life. I hope you've had a good day. I know. And that's why I think she thinks she's won. And like she's exhausted. Hope you have a better week. Wishing you the best. Say better. Okay, then we've got What a Day. So this is her live stream from today. What a day. And someone says, great live stream. I'm really glad I was able to watch it live after such a busy day. By the way, thanks for the little shout out towards the end. Stay safe and positive. You got this. Maybe if you didn't say like every other word, we would be able to watch this. It makes you sound ignorant. Laura says it's all fake. Laura, you're preaching to the choir. And I'm the choir master. All right. Then, she deleted it. Oh, no, here. There's this one. Oh, I missed it. I missed a couple. It says, dear people sending around a screenshot of my email inbox that was shared accidentally during a live stream. A folder, hack attempts, is where I place all the attempted hacks to my accounts and threatening emails received to save for legal reasons. I am not hacking. Stop sharing this. So going back, was last night's live a good idea? Not a lot of thinking going on. And then it was... she went on YouTube to expose someone. In return, she exposed her private emails, breaking attorney-client confidentiality, along with other info I'm sure the court will find interesting, all because she had to badmouth another creator. So she'd hidden that reply, by the way. I found out that you can get hidden replies. Okay, so that's a big reach considering everything going on right now. Come on, peeps. It's a good idea to label it easy to find. People would rather go with, I told you it was her, than, oh, she's got attempts also, and I have brain injuries, so come on, you all. The folder may have been labeled hack attempts. The preview text was quite interesting, considering you spent a bulk of your life sharing direct private messages. The level of hypocrisy you display by telling people not to share a screenshot from a public live is hilarious. I tried to message you on Instagram about this last night to prevent this from happening. I also tried to say it on Twitter, but saying you might want to make the video private due to an oops that happened, but my messages were ignored. Wow, the fact you even need to say this is astounding to me. People need to get a life. Say, during the mall. Say. All right, so let's go back. Look at it. Is her favorite word. 23/7 on the internet. Complete insanity. I think she's wearing me down. Oh, she's wearing me down. Honestly, I'd go just. I would be insane if I was in her position. Quite often when I'm in a position where I'm under stress, I actually just retreat and I actually just have to step away from everything. There are days where actually I don't come on the internet till at night time because, I just need to, get away. If she thinks she's exhausted now, just wait until this whole matter is settled so she'll be wiped out by the jail sentence style. Sounds like a spa retreat, yeah. I wish those emails could be used, but the Washington email is useless right now because she just bought them. I know. But what I would be interested to know was whether it was a previous account or whether it was a new account. The email account, yes, was 2 seconds. It was very interesting. She just saying that. Bright says that Amber chick. Yes, they were on Reddit. So then she said this, just finished my second video. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Today was super busy, but I won't let business stop me from delivering you the content you love. Stay tuned. It was another Duggar video. Yeah. Not Trump. Someone's called I did. Yeah, I just retreat. Cool. So that was Twitter. That was her Twitter today. So for me, the two interesting ones was the iJessie Twitter account and then the fact saying about the hacking folder. So it doesn't look like she's going to stay quiet, actually. Yeah. And then she had what a day. And then she's still talking about there's still tweets here about the FBI as well. Where's it? So they should be able to subpoena the records of her account on that site. They would be able to send you previous purchase date. Well, that's what I would be interested to know. And what does she need Washington records for now? Anyway. So Laura, she did exactly what I said she'll do. She did 2 Duggar's videos, I believe. She did 2. Yeah. That's my understanding, is that she did 2 Duggar's videos. And then she did a live. So we're going to have a look at that live. I haven't watched it. I have to admit, I started to, and then I got bored, and I thought, I can't be bothered. There is a reason the Duggars and Cody Brown, they have had their paychecks back, but yes, that's right. That's probably true. I worry she's looking up various fans that have turned like Lorianne or even a woman based in Washington. Yes. Anyway, yeah, that's true, possibly. I hope not, but let me tell you that if she does, there's going to be a whole group of people. I think what they've discovered from the Nat case is that everybody's prepared to stand by Nat. We stand with Nat, and we stand with Lorianne, and we'll stand with Susan, and we'll stand with anybody that gets bullied from her. Anyone that wants to take her on. Anyone she wants to take on, we will all stand. Hacking is actually coding. Cracking is breaking into. So this is only 32 minutes. I say only. But now if you want to have a Drama and Opinions actually did a really interesting video, and I think she's done a very good roundup of the court case today, and has used some footage of KJ contradicting stuff that she said, and Nick Snyder and Dustin Daly also did a video about it, and they are hilarious. So if you want to have a laugh, I mean, according to them, if she'd kept her mouth shut, this probably would have all gone away. KJ blocked my Twitter because I told her she should make it public. Yes, LB. Well, LB, I think, is lawyered up at the moment too. So she could have another case. She could have somebody else. Could you imagine if LB and Creepshow and a whole lot of creators got together and sued her for defamation too? That would be very interesting. I'll have to go watch her video today. These are funny. Yes, that's right. They are hilarious. Because they refuse to say her name. They refuse to say her name. And so they come up with, you know, these slogans that feature without. KJ has to stop going for LB. Yeah. And she will know for sure who called it. Wow. It's interesting. I just think with everything that's happening, with everything that's going on, you would think that she'd just be very careful at the moment. Really, really careful. But no, she doesn't seem to be at all. And that's really what concerns me about it all. So I'm just going to speed this up. Now, I did see that she was bragging, and I think, was it this one where she was bragging about being able to use 10 seconds of footage without breaching copyright. So we can listen to 10 seconds of her footage before I have to stop it. Works both ways. It cuts both ways. So anyway, so this is it. So let's have a listen. Oops, I got it muted. Sorry. Might help if I turned it up, hey? Might help. Just to start off with, someone says, why do we have to sit here and wait? Someone says, for the tea. Does she think an airline would wait for her? Hell no. I am giving her the same respect she's given me. I'm out of here. Me too. Maybe she's having some connectivity issues. Geez, no one cares if you stay or go. We didn't need an announcement you were leaving. Uh-oh.
Talking to Lindsay. I got distracted. She messaged me right as I was about to go live. I had to talk to her. So, hi guys. How is everyone? Welcome. Did you guys have a good day? Hi, ladies.
She talking to kids? Who's she talking to? Like, that's how I speak to some of my students, the younger students, you know, in grade 1 and 2. Did you guys have a good day today? How are you going? She says she's paid a lot to have the best, so unless she's behind on the bill, she shouldn't lag, yeah? You can't hear her? The sound is up all the way, so I'm sorry. You might... We'll try that. Well, she's not really... I don't know what she's doing. No. Remember, she's happy at this point because she thinks she's had a win. In her mind, she's won.
Hi. Hey. Jared's here. Everyone's best friend Jared is here. How is everyone? Is everyone having a good day? Oh, no, you're not in it, Amber. Welcome. Man, you guys, I'm tired, really tired. And I was like, well, I need to come to this channel and say hello to you guys. Say hi. Today was a really long day, and I got like a late start. Oh, thanks for the positive vibes. Right back at you guys. Positive vibes to your face. And
Okay, so we've got there was a person in here came into stream late and said she felt like KJ was talking to a dog at the beginning. Yeah, that's right. I wondered who she was talking to. 43 in here. Wow. So Toad's here, like button folks like buttons. I don't have a member link to post, by the way. And then someone else says, can I say I'm just so happy the Twitter lawyer has to be quiet. Sorry, all I'll say. I'm just so happy the Twitter lawyer has to be quiet. Really? Funny you said that, Kristen. I've wondered that as well. I did speed it up. I have sped it up, but it is more fake. Freaking happy. Zap, zap, zapping. Was he? I need some of her happy pills. Oh, dear.
you're happy. Oh, no, I can't comment on anything. Sorry, guys. But I'm feeling good today. So overall, I think everything's good. And I was like, I've been spending, can I just tell you guys, I've been spending a lot of time on my content on my on my main channel now. And I've been trying to do things so there's like more like interactiveness in the videos.
So someone says, Scarlett says, don't forget to slap that like button right in the face, everybody. Hey, Katie, you look relaxed tonight. Love today's videos. Have a good night. The Twitter lawyer has to be quiet. Someone else says, everybody has to be quiet. Someone else says, it went well, I'm assuming. Like, at least give him some respect. The Twitter lawyer, he's not a Twitter lawyer. Like, he's more of a lawyer than her lawyer is ever going to be.
And so it's not.
Oh, it's Mr. Twitter lawyer to you. Or Sir Twitter lawyer.
So I'm like trying to do clips. And it's been kind of fun because you can do like 10 seconds of a clip without it getting a copyright claim. And so it's been super fun to like dig through like Sister Wives and like counting on and stuff and like finding like tiny little clips that I can add and weave in. And
she's been digging again. It's been fun to dig through.
And if you put a little break in between them, you can get, you can extend a clip. So I've been having some fun with that just to bring in the people that we're talking about so that you can like see them instead of just like showing their face in a picture.
Twitter lawyer versus cowboy lawyer. It doesn't help that her bar sheep fans. Yeah, that's right. Twitter lawyer ESQ. That's right. Hello, everyone. Was she able to keep her mouth shut? Oh, you know the answer to that, Wind Whispers. She's acting as if she's won. Blah, 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 as usual. Harmony says, I think she generally thinks she won the judge over and thinks her plan is working. Yes. I only caught the end of it, but towards the end she mentions a book that is all about hacking and cyber threats. Interesting. So everyone's now saying how much they like her other videos. But yeah, someone said here that everybody has to be quiet. Nobody can be talking. Of course, what's she doing? Yucky, 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 yucky.
Sure. And yeah, so I did the start of the first video with Jana and Anna, and I've been having some fun just trying to like I've been having some fun just like overall finding new ways to make the content like engaging so that when you first click hi guys, I love doing the funny content so much, obviously, and you guys love it too. I'm actually going to be doing a video tomorrow about
so she froze anyway, like the screen froze and she goes, oh, hello. Hello, Christopher, always. Yep, yapping. Yep, yapping. Yakety yak. Tell ya. She will be crying again in 2 weeks that she has no friend. Nobody wants to be her on her channel. She has no money. True. Everyone says Salts can't talk anymore, but yet people can still tweet at him and ask questions. But that's right, Harmony. The judge said that can happen, and he can still gather evidence if required. Like, he's not allowed to. He can't start conversations, is my understanding. She said that she's the sole breadwinner, but that is not true. Todd has an income. He even said it in one of her videos. Really? It's interesting. Yes, she's got that smirk.
Audrey and Tori. So I saw somebody say that, like, in your opinion, everything fell apart with Audrey. And I actually disagree with that because I feel like, hey, Miss Mandy. You know, I saw one of your comments on somebody else's channel, and I just want to say that was nice of you. But I saw some of your guys' like engagement with the video about Zach and Jeremy, and I was like, I do like talking about roll-offs because I find Jeremy and Audrey to be just so arrogant, and so like I cannot.
Oh, is that moderate extremist? Oh, really? Oh no, really? So this Miss Mandy says, I haven't been a fan, honestly, but you deserve the smile you have. I've advocated against the harassment on Twitter. I am strong enough to stand on my own with my integrity against the mob. Gotta go now. You look at peace, and I don't know, karma tonight. So, as I said, she's given the impression like she's had a victory because, as I said, the Twitter lawyer has to be quiet. But we know I would have put. I hadn't seen the video because I would have put out a trigger warning. Otherwise, moderate. Yeah. So she's giving off the aura that everything is fine and that she doesn't have to do anything. And anyway,
not imagine being in a marriage for like only a few years and like writing a marriage book. And it was just like on their Instagram, and they came up with a marriage journal, and it's literally just a big fat book that has pages that you can write on. And it's like the way that they promote their books, it's like groundbreaking or something. You know, it's like I don't even know. But Tori and Audrey had a little bit of shade going back and forth yesterday on Instagram. So tomorrow I'll do a video about that because I don't think the two of them really like each other. And with Jeremy, I don't agree with the fact that it's all Audrey's fault because I feel like Jeremy has to be attracted to someone like Audrey, and his own arrogance and his own like self-righteousness is part of the reason they have become so annoyed by fans because they both act like they know everything. And then,
oh really? She's looking in the mirror again. I'm so not looking forward to that. No. Trigger warning. Oh, yuck. After the chat replay was posted, there was a comment that had been deleted from the original stream asking if she covered anyone she felt positive about or only people she could bash. That's interesting, Kristen. If I still... That's right. He does have an Etsy account where he does sell products, doesn't he? Yeah. I should be asleep with my spelling. So then they've got here, hey, did everyone hit that like button? If not, you totally should. So they're trying to come up with you really make us work for the stickers to look at earwax smearing on the lip stroke. Not even funny. Well, I've got to make it hard. I've got to keep getting the bar higher and higher and higher, don't I? As I said, in my defense, I didn't watch it all. Scratches. Do you want the earwax flavor? Oh, with no earwax available for. We'll get the earwax flavor. Yes. Well, that would be very interesting, Harmony, to see whether she could do that. I don't know that she could.
And they're super, super conservative. And then if you, yeah, I really like doing the roll-off stuff. It's a fascinating family, to be honest. Yes, Jeremy and Zach are twins, and yes, they are fundies. Well, more so Jeremy and Audrey. And somebody was actually saying, like, Jeremy and Audrey are not extremists. They are. They are very, they hang out with these people that are very bad. Like, his mentor is a guy that promotes blanket training, and that is really into the submissive life and very into those funny beliefs. And blanket training is terrible. They never really spoke out against him. They only said they don't do blanket training. But do you feel like if they did blanket training, they would admit it? Because if I didn't delete any comments, she might have retracted it. But I don't see any deleted comments, sweetheart. What's happening here? I don't really often no. It's like on our channel we do a combination of we do a combination of like videos on relevant topics, and then you just started watching me, now you're addicted. And
that made her happy, didn't it? I'm out in dinner on the tablet doing the diamond. Cool. Nice. Diamond painting. Cool. I'm still working on mine that I haven't finished. I've got several on the go. I just have to get myself motivated again to do it. What did she say? She said, I just started watching you. Now I'm addicted. I'm not sure what you have going on in your personal life, but stay strong. That's what she said. And she goes, oh, you're addicted?
And like tonight, what I did was I took an older topic like Anna, and I wanted to throw in some cult education. So we talked about entitlement today. That happens in the IBLP. So women don't get to be entitled, and they're not allowed to have like wants or needs because that's considered like an entitlement. And so men are supposed to be able to do whatever it is that they want. And it's like the entitlement component. This is like, it's funny because even though Audrey and Jeremy are not part of the IBLP, they're starting to really show a lot of extreme beliefs. And their isolation from the family is another sign to me that they are moving more and more away from the family. And I do think they had a little bit, love you getting back into the heavy duty cult stuff. You did a week or so ago. Yeah, it's great to see you getting back into the infections. Oh, about the family in Canada, right? The cults, the Blackmores. Yes. I'll probably do more Blackmore videos too.
I'm sitting here waiting for the earwax moment. I need a life system. I know she used to until KJ for a cow, not sure. And then, okay. So someone got deleted. It says it's comment on what's going on, whether positive or negative. It just is. So it would seem that if you're not on track, you get deleted. I want to be Marie from Everybody Loves Raymond in KJ's life and just pass the shade. Yes, that would be cool, wouldn't it? More exciting than listening to this dribble. I just saw the clip on Llama Girl's Twitter. It's brutal, guys. All right, so we're all waiting. You've got us all waiting now, moderate. All waiting.
That's the FLDS. They're formerly FLDS, but yeah, there are so many cults that I want to cover. It's so funny too, you guys. I got 2 letters in the mail today from fundamentalists, and I was laughing so hard. They are so mad at me about talking about the Duggars, and they're like, you need to stop talking about them. They're good, godly people. And then I got another email from someone again telling me that I'm like this nasty, terrible person, and that I'm a devil worshiper. And I was like, this is the sign that you've literally made it in this world, because when the fundies start sending you mail and tell you to stop, you know that it's like in their circles, they know who you.
You know, if the fundies all put their money together, they could actually get enough money. What's that? I've been watching and reading about. So there's nothing in there. There's a soccer. There's a person there called Soccer Count. You're all gross waiting for that. I think. Oh boy. Oh boy. If it takes our minds off her voice. No, but she's very happy, Yoni. Oh dear.
You are. It reminds me of like when I used to cover anti-vaxxers and people that did like miracle cures. There's this woman named Carrie, and I was on her wall of shame because I didn't like that she promoted drinking bleach. And so she created a wall of shame at her office, and I was on her wall of shame. And I was like, well, if Carrie knows who I am, I'm doing something right, because we shouldn't want our children to drink bleach, right? It's not a cure. So yeah. The MMS, the miracle mineral solution, you know, Carrie, gosh, what's her last name? Can't remember the last name.
Now, you know how Katie said that somebody hadn't been deleted? Toadie here says, sorry, that was my mistake. I didn't mean to delete Jacqueline Parker's comment. That was accidental. Jacqueline, please recomment if you like. Seriously? You are not a nasty person. You have the right to your opinion. I hope you're taking care of yourself. These people talking about you have gone way too far. Seriously, some are obsessed. I'm obsessed. Every time she keeps putting her hands up towards her head, I'm going, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Maybe it's a new lip balm. That's right, Dawn. So she's been up. So does that mean that they've sent her a cease and desist? Can I put my... Yes, I can. It seems the judge was going to accept the case instead of dismissing it. She's not out. Well, that's right. She's not out the woods yet. Maybe it's a new lip balm. She did it a minute ago. It's hard to see because she wipes her nose right after. So she's done it. Did she already do it? Really? Did we all miss that, moderate? Seriously? A minute ago?
It's so funny too, you guys. I got 2 letters in the mail today from fundamentalists, and I was laughing so hard. They are so mad at me about just talking about the Duggars, and they're like, you need to stop talking about them. They're good, godly people. And then I got another email from someone again telling me that I'm like this nasty, terrible person, and that I'm a devil worshiper. And I was like, this is the sign that you've literally made it in this world, because when the fundies start sending you mail and tell you to stop, you know that it's like in their circles, they know who you are. It reminds me of like when I used to cover anti-vaxxers and people that did like miracle cures. There's this woman named Carrie, and I was on her wall of shame because I didn't like that she promoted drinking bleach. And so she created...
Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it.
Really often, like, it's like on our channel. channel, we do a combination of like videos on relevant topics, and then you just start. They never release that are very bad. Like his mentor is a guy that promotes blanket training, and that is really into the submissive wife and very into those funny beliefs.
Keep watching, folks.
Blanket training is terrible. They never really spoke out against him. They don't do blanket training. But do you feel like if they did blanket training, they would admit it? Because if I didn't delete any comments, she might have retracted it. But I don't see any deleted comments, sweetheart. What's happening here? I don't really often know. It's like on our channel we do a combination of.
It was there, wasn't it? It was just there. Where's it coming?
We do a combination of like videos on relevant topics, and then you just started watching me. Now you're addicted. And like tonight, what I did was I took an older topic like Anna, and I wanted to throw in some cult education. So,
was that it there?
We talked about entitlement today. That happens in the IBLP. So women don't get to be entitled, and they're not allowed to have like wants or needs because that's considered like an entitlement. And so men are supposed to be able to do whatever it is that they want. And it's like the entitlement component. This is like, it's funny because even though Audrey and Jeremy are not part of the IBLP, they're starting to really show a lot of extreme beliefs. And their isolation from the family is another sign to me that they are moving more and more away from the family. And I do think they had a little bit, love you getting back into the heavy duty cult stuff you did a week or so ago. Yeah, it's great to see you getting back into some of your passions. Oh, about the
was that around that time that I said it, or did we miss it again? But I think it was when I said it. And I went, oh, there it is. Yeah. Yep, that was it. Okay. Don't forget to hit that like button. All right, I'll get it back to where we were before.
When I used to cover anti-vaxxers and people that did like miracle cures, there's this woman named Carrie, and I was on her wall of shame because I didn't like that she promoted drinking bleach. And so she created a wall of shame at her office, and I was on her wall of shame. And I was like, well, if Carrie knows who I am, I'm doing something right, because we shouldn't want our children to drink bleach, right? It's not a cure. So yeah. The MMS, the Miracle Mineral Solution, you know, Carrie, gosh, what's her last name? I can't remember the last name. Something. Why am I so passionate about covering frontier cult communities? Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's twofold, but I feel like my own experience growing up Catholic and then getting accidentally involved in one of those like mega church cult-like communities myself. But then also my boyfriend in high school was a Jehovah's Witness, and he was excommunicated from the Jehovah's Witnesses. And I dated him from the time I was like 17 to 19. And I think that relationship was such a foundational.
Did anyone see Crystal Bill's video where she shows pictures of her boyfriend, her Jehovah's Witness boyfriend? That was really, really weird, that video that Crystal Bill did, because she's thrown out all these photos of this boyfriend, but she held on to these videos for so long, and then just suddenly chucks them out. It's like that's a part of your history. Yeah, she labels everything snake oils. Yeah. Okay, going out the back to kiss them. You saw that yesterday, Crystal fans always. Yeah, it was. I just found it was the way that she was being selective with throwing out the photos when she can no longer use them. She throws them out. A bit like people, eh? A bit like Friends. A bit like her Friends or her Ride or Dies. or a stands when they're no longer of use. Anybody want to give her money? Yeah. I do, yeah. I think it is weighing on her more than...
like fundamental, like it was at such a critical point in my life that it happened. And going through that with him and seeing sort of like the damage and the destruction that happens when people are shunned and like literally kicked out of cults, I think it just has always felt like this passion to expose the kinds of harm it can cause. Because, you know,
So someone here says, glad to see you calm today, Katie. And then someone says, did you find out who the hackers were with the FBI? I saw your live saying you know who it is. I bet it's by Jesse. Yeah, isn't that an MLM? Yeah.
I got an email from that guy Jesse today. Anyways, yeah, he got kicked out when. So he was so desperate to get out of the cult that he grew up in, that his parents put him into, the Jehovah's Witnesses, that he ended up getting into like some criminal issues, some criminal problems, and they excommunicated him. And like it was weird because when we first met, he was like, "Well, I've never dated someone that's not a."
Hang on, did she say Jesse, or did she just say she got an email from Jesse today and then she started linking Jesse to the cult? Let's just have another listen to that, because she's obviously read the message. She's read the thing about Jesse. Yes, he did say under oath that she has no clue. That's correct. I'm astonished she showed her emails. I'm used to all the fidgeting and face touching, but those emails, oh my, yes. And they, yes, and they were very, good morning, just wake up. Hello, Kim. So she did say, Jesse. And then she's talking about him in the cult. So she's reading comments and messing up what she's saying.
I got an email from that guy Jesse today. Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah, he got kicked out when. So he was so desperate to get out of the cult that he grew up in, that his parents put him into, the Jehovah's Witnesses, that he ended up getting into like some criminal issues, some criminal problems, and
that it was an introduction about getting an email from him. Yes, it was. But didn't she say his name was something else on her Twitter? Someone says that sounds like talking about your case. Oh dear. What's her monthly income? I don't know. Hey Kim. remember to stay on topic. Yeah, so she said she got an email from Leon. So, but now she's saying she got an email from Jesse. So I don't know. I'm confused. Hey Kim.
They excommunicated him, and like it was weird because when we first met, he was like, "Well, I've never dated someone that's not a Jehovah's Witness," and I was like, I grew up Catholic, so I just figured like that the Jehovah's Witnesses were like Catholics, like it wasn't a like insular type community. I just figured like you could just like be friends with whoever, because that's how I grew up. And then I told my mom, and my mom's like, "That's cult." So we started dating, and he got into legal trouble, and he made a really bad choice, and got some charges against him, and ultimately started rebelling against it because it was so restrictive, and then they disfellowshipped him. And part of the disfellowship was because he was dating me along with smoking cigarettes and the whole legal issue that he had and skipping school. So when he got this fellowship, his family, like.
And then it was interesting. It says, please keep chat on topic. So they're back on topic. I know her income has gone down. That's why she was crying, begging the other night, says Stacey. Oh, should she be talking about it? Oh, Leon is Jesse's real name. Oh, really? I didn't know that either. Well, there you go. That's interesting. I've not watched his latest videos, but I thought he said he wasn't the hacker. Oh, I think all his videos have gone now. I think he deleted all his videos. Yeah. I know this because of his email. Okay. Cool. Yeah, KJ is all about free speech. His public email. Okay. It's very, very sus. Yeah, as I said, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Dr. Cross has tea. Yeah. She's making fairly good money. I don't know. She said, so how come to, so KJ said that she got an email from Leon stating that he was Jesse. So whether anyone knew or not what his real name was, she's just told everybody. That was on Twitter today.
They literally kicked him out. And it was really hard to see that. And it was really hard to watch him just lose everything and watch him flounder and have no family to back him up. And we tried so hard to be there for him, but he just got lost. You know, I always felt so guilty. Like, I felt like it was my fault that he got kicked out. I felt like it was my fault that, like, he was struggling. I was so young. I didn't really understand the magnitude of it. So I feel like, you know, when you have an experience like that at such a young age, when someone you love is affected so deeply by a cult, you know, I don't know, it started this sort of quest in me to, like, want to expose this kind of stuff, talk about it, discuss the dangers of it, because I saw firsthand, like, what he went through and how harmful it was and how he lost everything. So I'm just trying to, I don't know, and it just sort of started there, and then it just became this thing where I just wanted to learn about everything. And, you know, it's funny, and I don't know if this is, like, I don't really believe in, like, the whole universe stuff, but it's funny because I was born in 1978, and I was born the week of Jonestown. So the Kool-Aid stuff that happened in Jonestown, in Africa, or in Africa, was that in South America? Was it Africa? Where was it? I was born the same week Jonestown happened.
Without a brain cells escape. Oh dear. Oh boy. Everyone's now giving her the answer to where Jonestown was. Jonestown town.
So I think that was this other weird part of me, Guyana, South America. Yeah. So when I was growing up, you know how, like, your parents, like, I don't have a baby book for my son, but you know how people will have baby books? At least they did when I was growing up. And my mom had, like, newspaper clippings and stuff in my baby book. And I remember there was, like, some stuff about, like, I don't even remember, Jimmy Carter maybe. I think that's who the president was when I was born. And then there was these, like, clippings from the Jonestown.
What, she doesn't have a baby book for a son? She doesn't have a baby book? Did you just say that? She's really going to dark side now with her content. Let's see how the sheep like it. Sounds like he was a little bit weird, wasn't it?
So, because it, like, happened within a week of my birth. And so I think that really also was, like, you know, you grew up on it. So I think that part of it too. I don't know. It's always just been, like, I know, right? Well, I think it was such a big news story. Like, imagine if it was literally in the news. So imagine you're just using clippings. Like, think of it this way. Like, I think it just made me curious as a child because I saw those clippings and I didn't really understand it. And then I ended up dating a guy that is out of a cult. And then I start dating someone who's an evangelical for like 3 or 4 years, and his family was.
All right. Did you see who's? I don't know whether you can see it, and I don't know whether I can make it any bigger, but somebody's had their comment deleted and they've gone, oh, she's trying to talk. Don't make her feel like she's been ignored by Real Entertainment. Ren, hey, at Jessie Bear, how are you doing tonight? He's back. Of course he will. He want to know what's happens. Everybody wants to know what happens the year that they were born. Actually, my ex did, when my daughter turned 21, he actually did a slideshow of every year of her 21 years, just a photo from every year. And that was pretty cool. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to have that. So, yeah.
So crazy about God. And like, I always ended up with these men that were just almost like in cults constantly. I don't know. Until I finally met my husband, and he's not. And then I got us into a cult by accident. So I think it's just, my life.
This is interesting. Toad writes this, at Real Entertainment News, don't post anything personal here, phone number, email, etc. But how can I get a hold of you? Ooh. She's trying to talk. Don't make her feel ignored comment. Ooh. Toad wants his number. She thinks that's right. Peter, born during the Vietnam War, dated a Vietnamese person. I never thought a conspiracy was an issue. Hey, Beth. All right.
Sure. I don't know. I'm keeping to myself right now. I think I have a video about my being accidentally in a club.
Then it's got someone says, isn't Real Entertainment guy who made videos shouting at Katie than others? I always see him in chats trying to get hold of other creators. No one got deleted for that. He's wanting clout. You are the most vindictive, awful person and always plays the victim. No, Todd apparently worships Stan, making sure my eyes are rolling. And then Jessie says, Real, I'm healing up. She does look genuinely happy, Kim. We were saying she thinks today was a win, where I wouldn't have said it was a win. They all got told off, and her lawyer's been told essentially to control her.
I have a video about how we accidentally got into a cult, and we have a video about. I don't think I ever did one about my boyfriend. Maybe I did some interviews with people that were in the Jehovah's Witnesses right when that stuff about remember that documentary that came out where all of that stuff got exposed, and with the way that they were covering up alleged CSA.
Oh yeah, someone says, don't super appreciate being talked to like a dog. You're looking for content, and I think it would be fascinating to pick one and study it. And then Toad says, hey, at Julie, I'm good. How are you? Oh, yeah, up here, Julie.
Because around that time, we talked a little bit more about it. And then I interviewed someone that left the JWs. And it's super funny because I got a pamphlet today and it fell on the ground. And the woman that sent the letter wasn't really rude or anything like that. She was really kind. And it was just like, oh, I know you're going through a rough time. You can just use the Bible, and there was the Watchtower pamphlets in there, and I can't remember what it was about. I think it was about being in a family or something. and it fell on the ground. And I was about to take a photo of it. Yeah, I think they're mailing stuff out right now because they can't go knocking door to door or something. But anyways, I was about to take a photo of it because I wanted to put a photo of it on my Instagram because I think it's funny when you get funny content. Like, it's just sort of a rite of passage when you cover this kind of content that you get the funnies that reach out to you. And anyways, the pamphlet fell on the floor, and so I was like,
so now there's like, they've got a friendly reminder to be nice in chat, and apparently V is good, as he would say he's fast asleep. But I thought he didn't sleep. The judge did say that. Yep, she did say that. Saltsy was the one that told him about the emails. Remember, he dismissed Saltsy in an email, and there's an email that she showed 2 seconds. The email that she where she dots herself yesterday, showing her email account. They were making fun of Saltsy as well, it would seem, allegedly, and his emails. So now the judge is aware that there's hacking and has endorsed the fact that they find out who it is. He could be backed into he's got to now follow through on it.
All of a sudden I just hear like this tearing, right? Like just crack. And I look over and my dog Frida is literally chewing up the Watchtower pamphlet. So I'm like, oh my gosh, my dog is chewing up this pamphlet. I can't take the photo. And it reminded me of the time that I left her in my office for like 5 minutes. She was a puppy at the time, and she loves books for some reason. She loves to rip paper. I did not, when they the dog ate my homework, like that's Frida. I did not have a dog. I've never had a dog that's been into eating or destroying books, but she loves it. And it was really, I had a bunch of books laying on the floor, and I went in there and she had destroyed one of our Bibles. And I was like, okay. And so I took a photo of it because I thought it was just so typical that she would literally start chewing this Bible. And then people got really upset because they said that I was allowing her to disgrace a holy book. But then the very next day, she chewed up one of my books on critical thinking called Science and Reason. So she doesn't like either, apparently. So one day she chewed up the Bible, and the next day she chewed up a critical thinking on Science and Reason. And I was like, the irony that she would just chew 2 books that are polar opposites in a matter of 2 days. And now we no longer leave books in her sight. So the pamphlet just happened to fall on the floor, and she grabbed it and she snatched it.
So someone else has written, why do you like to think it's always about you on all your videos about other YouTube videos? Quit playing the victim. Someone should really go give this live a really for the winter to be over. I'm waiting for Brown to drop her because she won't shut up. She's going to get into trouble. I mean, I don't know that Saltsy will respond on Twitter anymore, but I can see him documenting it. I mean, if you saw his, they've got it documented, date, Twitter, date, YouTube, the summary of the YouTube video. She is running him too. Yes, she is, because he's believing every word that she says. Oh, my client said that she's not involved. What happens if they discover that the headers of the fake emails are the same as her headers? Or they're finding out that it's come from her location. There's, how do you get around that? Is it going to be that the FBI are joking? Saltsy also said that he had the LAPD and the FBI involved as well. So it's pretty serious stuff.
Rita is the cult hound. She is. Oh, I am so exhausted. So yeah. I can see turtle time.
So it says, someone says, Michelle, move along. Michelle needs a hug. Go away, Michelle. So they're all being very nice. That's right. Or if they find out KJ paid the hackers. As I said, it looks like it's coming from a hacker's farm at the moment. So, yes, and the evidence will tell. Salts did say that they need some more time, that only what the preliminaries had said, that the headers of both the authentic and fake were almost identical, were identical, but they needed to wait. And Brown was very shocked at that. But he could have solved all of this if he just said, oh, let's get to the bottom of it. Let's find out. The dots were late the other day because a code needed to be. That's right. Yes. They did get told. Any thoughts on what code? Which is legit what that book she's talking about is about. Is it really? That's interesting. Yeah, interesting. She said to knock off the shots at each other. They can still use social media. They can. I'd be mindful. Doesn't know what KJ will do. About time will tell. Yeah. You're worried about Nat, Tia? It's interesting. Yeah, there was some nice stuff said today in court, but I'm sure Salts will give her all the support that she needs. But she'll be, yeah. I mean, it's all still speculation at this stage, but I'm sure that they will find out who it is. I was just saying, she didn't send my question about the 8 steps to critical thinking. I really wanted to know her level. Can you link the book? It'd be cryptic inclusion. Yes, it could be. It would be very interesting, wouldn't it? So if KJ was upset because she was getting death threats, then how come that wasn't mentioned in the last filing? That's a good point. There was nothing mentioned, alleged death threats. She's not mentioned them other than on her videos. What are the next steps? Has there been a future? No, the judge is going to make a ruling on whether a status. So today was about whether there should be a status conference. The judge is going to rule on all of that. She may also rule on jurisdiction. She hasn't decided, but she was now going to go back and read the documents. That was my understanding. Oh, cool. That would be cool. Harmony? I saw a screenshot. Look, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Also talks about hacking farm. Yes. Not about KJ, but these hackers are on a whole different level. Someone even hacked in the Amber Alert and sent out. Wow.
Michelle's got a timeout now.
Michelle just got put into timeout. Question. So was Laurie part of the horrible hacking because she was more of a witness? I don't think she got a mention. Remember, all the stuff involving her was sealed. See, the judge didn't even comment on whether she was allowing it to be sealed either. So someone says Michelle can't go to bed, no negativity. Michelle needs to get a life. And KJ's just said that Michelle's got time out. Actually, I think we've only ever timed out to one person, and that was Katie Paulson.
I've not seen any of the videos of dogs doing soundboards. That sounds really cool. So anyways, I think you guys are gonna like, back to my original thing, I think you guys are gonna like what I'm working on the new content. I think you're gonna like the stuff related to like my video tonight about Anna Duggar, and it's oh, my eyes are so tired. I've never been so exhausted. I feel like I've been so stressed out for weeks, and I feel like it's finally just hitting me. But I think you guys are gonna like the additions. Yeah, I feel like my creativity is starting to get back at it, and I feel like I've been learning more about editing, and I feel like I've been getting better at making videos. It's such a process. When I first started YouTube, I only live streamed, and I didn't think about the creative aspect that went into creating an actual video. And then I started learning about editing and layering things and adding elements and fonts and stuff, and it's been such a fun process to learn, and I feel like.
So then it's like, why is people giving Michelle into trouble when she's been chucked out? It's not nice to gang up on someone when they're gone. I feel like you're inspired again. I don't think he's smart enough to do that. Yes, I do. I think you're right. I do think you're right, Madra. I don't think he's bright enough to do it. I think he got in over his head. That's that would be my take on it. The book that Frida broke up. But also, it's like KJ sending somebody up because one email had to do with the medical. Yes, that's right. Don't know. It's not there. I can't see it there.
Like I'm constantly trying to improve it. And I feel like as you watch my channel, you're going to see the progression. And I've been spending a lot more time with thumbnails. I'm having so much more fun making thumbnails lately. It's been kind of fun to do the thumbnails. I've never spent a lot of time or energy on the thumbnails, but I'm loving spending time and like working on the thumbnails lately. So, well now, so I use this, it is so, that's part of the reason why I love this job is because I just get to be creative all day. Like, I use it's called Filmora, Filmora, Wondershare. I have a Mac, so yeah.
Oh, it says that critical thinking legit goes into hacking farms. Katie, be careful what you just said. I had to read that book for my school. That was accidental, Christoph, and always. Probably right. Perhaps she friended him. That could be right too. It could be. I'm peeved that had been slandered just because KJ got her feelings in a knot. Was protected, but why not? Because Laurie was her ride or die, and that was just a subscriber, in my opinion. Someone says I was thinking of starting my own YouTube channel, like a 1 versus 1 issue. What does that mean?
That doesn't even make sense. Critical thinking, it's just teaching you about critical thinking. It was like a book for school. It was like for researching papers and stuff. So I think you should see some changes in my thumbnails and some additions to my videos. And yeah,
she did say that she did not get the question. She did not understand the question or the comment. Oh. Yeah, as I said, that's just my opinion. I just think because she was a subscriber, but the whole autistic thing just disgusts me too, that she's somehow an unreliable witness. But then look at what she thinks of her son, you know? She plays stupid when she doesn't want to admit a statement is true. Yes. I think our takeaway should be that Saltz was able to tell the court that Nat's evidence has already been independently verified. That is correct, Amy. She understood it, yeah. It's not cricket. Sometimes, Gail, we're playing a 5-day test match and not a big bash. It just takes time. We're playing a test match here, not a big bash.
I have the premium version, and so I have a lot of downloaded extras, and I've paid for different software to add to it. And I've downloaded a bunch of stuff from the website, and then I'm just learning about like how to get clips. Like the longest time, I was like, I'm finding some really funny clips like that I'm gonna be saving and like probably just putting all of them in my Dropbox or something. But like little clips that I can just like throw into a video that will just sort of like be funny or something silly. Yeah. It's been quite the process learning all of this. Knowing that when I started this less than 2 years ago, I literally knew nothing about making videos. So it's fun. I love having a creative job. I love researching, and I love finding things for you guys that I think will interest you. So
okay. So what? And then it's got here. Yeah, I had to do a whole portfolio on it for school on this book. It legit goes into it and the dark web. Guess she didn't read the whole book.
for uploading, make sure that you're saving it as an MP4. If you save it as a .mov file, it'll take a lot longer to upload. And then you need to have a good. I've upgraded our internet a lot. We pay for a pretty high package for higher uploading speeds.
Then there's a question in, any tips for uploading quickly? Nearly took me a day to upload it for an hour video. Katie going to Hacking Farm. I'm confused. You've come so far since I started watching you.
But yeah, the .mov will always take longer, and then the .mov takes super long to process. But if you save it as an MP4, you'll always be able to get it. And then if you export it directly from you can also export from a lot of the editing softwares. So before I was like being really ridiculous about it. I was actually saving to my computer and not exporting to YouTube. So I would like render it, and then I would have to go to YouTube and upload it. And now I just realized I can just export directly to YouTube from my editing service. And I was like, oh, okay.
I like Turtle. Come over here, we welcome you. Also told them what Salt said at court today, no shame. Then it says, someone wants her to pick up the Scientology mantle. Well, sometimes growth is hard at first, but when you reach your goal in your journey, it's so rewarding. These diehards are nuns. Allegedly, Alfred's over.
My brain's been tired for a few weeks. I've learned all of this by myself. I don't even watch tutorials. I just figure it out on my own.
Okay, here we go. Toad, for the record, there are tons of books that cover the subject of critical thinking. Being a critical thinker has nothing to do with the dark web. There you go. You have it. Fact. She has a spam folder called Hackers. Yes, speculation. I don't think KJ is necessarily behind the hacking, but I think she may have faked the screenshots submitted to the court. Reading that, then FBI called and she freaked out, hence the crying. Possibly, Amy. There you go. Toad said being a critical thinker has nothing to do with the dark web. You've heard it from Toad. The Toad has spoken.
Sometimes I have to Google things. It is a learning process. You know, I tried Skillshare, but I didn't really like it.
Todd, yes, but the book she named talks about the dark web and hacking farm and cyber threats. I use 8 steps to go into it, blah, 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 blah. And then someone says, I'm a critical thinker. Great videos. I'm really enjoying watching your content.
Thanks, Arizona. All right, so I'm really tired and I need to go to sleep. Hope you guys have a good night, and I'm going to try to get some rest. Thanks. I think I saw somebody that joined the membership, but I didn't. Oops, sorry.
Katie, did that get, Katie Live, what step are you at the critical thinking out of the 8 steps? I think. Oh, dear.
I think I missed it. If you joined as a member, thank you. I didn't see it. But good night, you guys. Be nice to everyone.
Be nice to everyone. Does that include the person she trashed yesterday? Brain won't drop her. He has a yeah, I think that's true too. In my opinion, she has no friends so much. She just sits there and waffles about, oh, she did. She was late because she had a phone call from Lindsay or something. So yes, you can breathe properly again. And you saw the clip. So I guess tomorrow's another day. So that was what she was like before she went to bed. So you could say, to me, she looks like she is definitely hopping up and down. And well, everyone can get their sticker tonight. You can all have your sticker. Tia, we have to wait for the judge to rule. The judge has said if the children can't play nice, then they can bring the court date forward. But the children have to learn to play nice. They have to learn to play nice. If they can't play nice, then there's a problem. Yes, everyone can get a sticker tonight. Doing very well. Kate, oh no. No, she can't get a sticker. A star sticker. Speaking of it. Oops. See, Maz. I know lots of people feel some kind of way about the judge, but I think she was fab working on what she had in front of her. Yes. And she admitted she hadn't read all those hundreds of pages. I mean, there was a lot there to take in. And so there was a lot to take in, and she probably didn't have time to do it. But she's going to, she had to, I mean, she could have delayed, I guess she could have delayed the hearing till she had it all sorted out. But she went with it, worked with the limited stuff that she saw that they didn't have, that they were messing around like naughty children. If she appeared to take a side at this point, she wouldn't have. Yes, that's right. She did send out. Yes, she's still not shutting up. Harmony says she's got lots of videos to watch. Yes, don't forget she's got to watch a PewDiePie video and a Trisha Paytas video, which KJ's side wants to take on as evidence. So did she? That'd be interesting. Who ignored Brown's calls? Dutch Spirit, KJ. She went, why didn't she learn? Because that didn't happen in this last lot, in my opinion. Did you see Zag Sweet? Like, yes, she only reports facts. She didn't have time because after she scheduled the conference, Brown submitted 2 more documents. Yes, that's right. So she probably had only looked at all the pages up to a certain point. Poor judge. She's probably sitting in the room rocking backwards and forth, gone crazy from all those papers she got to read. Wind whistles. Maybe she's going to use them to light her fire. I wonder if Brown calls her or texts her when she's live and is like, get off. I don't know. But he has to, he's going to have to start keeping an eye on her. Salt's tweeted hundreds of times. Does KJ think no one would know what a tweet is and what is a reply? I've only seen him respond to tweets. That's correct. No, all right, we'll ignore you, Peter. See, I couldn't be a judge in this case because I'd be following everything she does. Unethical, says Harmony. Brown had no idea about Twitter. That was very telling. We all know KJ only tells him what she wants him to know. Says Gail. Work. The case isn't work-related. Harmony. Brown doesn't go searching because then he'd have to lie in court under oath. Well, I guess what you don't know, you can't see or something, you know. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. Oops. Gail, he didn't check up on activity and went by her word. Yes, he's been smart. He's been a little bit ignorant too. Because he can honestly stay there and he can honestly stand there and say, Your Honor, my client has said that she is not aware as to who is doing that. And he would be right because he's asked her. Yeah. I don't know. Is that now deleted, Claire? That's interesting. That's interesting that she did have an explanation called. What was the book called? Harmony? Brown is still so you do not talk ugly about a lawyer in the case to your client. No, you don't. And that's what he did in the snippet of in that accidental email stuff. Oh yes, twisting. And I did notice though, he kept referring to her as Katie. He didn't refer to her as Catherine, because I would have thought that somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but they would always refer to them as their name, like Catherine. He would say, my client Catherine, but he kept referring to her as Katie, which would, I mean, we refer to her as KJ or, but yeah, I just thought it was really weird. Here's from the email shots from the email seals. Yes, that was me. So they can't even work out who was sending what. Yes, that's right. Dr. Riddle, critical thinking of science and the web. The judge asked if KJ knew anything about the hacking. The night before her live, she said she knew who it was. Yes, but all he had to do was ask her, and if she's not told him the truth, if she's not telling him the truth, he can only go by what she's saying. He has to take her at her word. I'm gonna just pin that message with the book. So if you're interested in the book, it's there for you. It's at the top. It talks a lot about stuff I love reading, to be honest. Most lawyers would refer to client by Mrs. Yeah, well, I don't know. I thought it was a bit for. I did notice uncivil law did say it was more informal than what he thought. So he didn't even know whether there'd be transcript because of the fact that it was sort of informal. There's a really good breakdown of the emails in the Reddit. Okay, I'll have to have a look. Miss Paulson is what he should have used, in my opinion. I'm finally slowed down. Yep. She did say she didn't want any more filings, but we know he is watching or is having someone else on his team watching her. Okay, great. Yes, I can do that. Thanks. I can have a look. Client's preferred name? Yeah. So yeah, now we've got Joe's book club. Joe's book club. We'll have the first 2 chapters. And we'll have a discussion. That's your homework. So every day we will have homework. And you need to come back and give us a report. Every night somebody else can join the conversation and give us a report on their 2 chapters. How does that sound? Oh, dear. All right. In fact, I've got it here. Oh, really? There is a transcript? Okay. Let's have a look. See if I can make this bigger. This is from Reddit. Just having a look to see what it is. Oh, gee whiz, they got it very clear. All right, I'm going to show you this. All right. All right, so this is the Reddit here. I'm going to see if I can make it bigger. See if I can make it bigger. All right. Seems really... It does, but it's only fair. They should have to send KJs. So this was, remember, I showed this to you last night. I showed you the copy that I had. So we've got... He asked me to forward your email, which we wisely declined to do, even if what you found is easy to find. Then it says, is this your dog? The dog has been at our door for the past hour or so. Won't leave. Is he, she yours? So everyone's talking about this one here, hack attempts. But for real. Yep, people wrote down. This one says, I wonder if Salt's told something he's going to something, the evidence, and then she decided to dump it onto Twitter. That's titled, huh? Natalie, yes, that's me, but we should be on the lookout for my fake emails. And then there's an email from the State Digital Library Archives. So that's that page. I'm just going to close it so I can bring up the next page. So then, this is Reddit. Yes, that's correct, Amy. He asked me to forward your email to him, which we wisely declined to do, even if what you found is easy to find. And that's titled Fake Complaint. So down here, the Reddit folk have highlighted this, which says Washington State Digital Archives. So the one with subject's heart says, I wonder if Saltz looked first. He's going to use her evidence, and then she decided to dump it amid Twitter instead. Something like that. All right. Yeah, people, yeah, I'll have another look. I'm just having a look. We'll just have a look at it anyway. So then the good folk decided to attach this. Nor did I travel to Washington or access any records database instead. Now that date, that was the 6th of the 1st. So, so it says, so the one marked to Natalie says, yes, that's me, but we should be on the lookout for fake emails from me to you, vice versa. Sounds like someone is fishing in the WOACB man-made pond, and in the heart they mentioned salty evidence. I think he told her he wasn't going to use her evidence, and then she decided to dump it on Twitter. I think they're talking about the screenshots that the friend of Natalie posted with like 20 things KJ has told her about. So someone's made it clearer. So this is what they say. The heart email says, I wonder if Saltz told her he's not going to use her evidence, and so she decided to dump it on Twitter instead. The Natalie email says, yes, that's me, but we should be on the lookout for fake emails from me to you and vice versa. They have everything they would. Todd says, my OMG, these people are vile. I have seen other screenshots and such from some of these people I seem to recall. From the Washington State Digital Archives reads, Dear Catherine Paulson, we've received your order and the invoice are attached. And the fake complaint, he asked me to forward your email to him, which we wisely decided to do, even if what you found is easy to find. So that is what all the emails state. So yes, and Brown refused. Yep. Yes, so it looks like there was a tax form too. Isn't the critical info for this case? Yes, I think. Yes, please. That's right. It's not going to matter, but well, it would if she had done it before she either did the declaration or around the time of Westbrook case, because she seems to have an account there. So it would be when she made the account, because remember she said she didn't access any Washington's documentation. That was all. But ultimately it comes down to the judge. Well, that's right. She's seen a declaration that she's never used Washington records. But I want to know what is she getting from Washington now? What does she need in Washington now, or the 31st of January now? You only refuse to get something verified. Yeah. So why? So it'd be good if they sped up the case. It would be. I want to see her hard drive. It'd be interesting, wouldn't she? Yeah. Why is she trying to get info from Washington? Is she? Well, that's the thing. What is she trying to get from Washington, and why is she getting it and not her lawyer? Because wouldn't you have thought that if there was information that was needed, wouldn't the lawyer do it, not her? A few people have said that. It could be. It's all speculation, though, isn't it? Don't know. Oh, probably Mary. But how? Because they're not saying anything on social media. Yet she has always said that she's got more surprises. She's digging again. Okay, so the more she puts out, the more people dig. There's a screenshot regarding her child's mobility and using a wheelchair. The more time passes, the more. Yes, there was actually. I think I took a picture of that. Let me see. I'll send it to my phone. I'll send it to my computer. I was really shocked because, like, she was saying that people treat him badly when he's in his wheelchair, and it's like, well, hang on a minute. Why has he got a wheelchair? No, that's not it. No, I don't have it. Oh, who told me about it? It was it on Insta or something? Or will be revealed, yeah. Am I wrong to hope that KJ doesn't shut up? No, you're probably not wrong. Because there was another order there from Teespring, and that was a video, a T-shirt that she was showing. Her lawyer's not tracing it because realize it's not relevant. KJ is digging. Yeah, but that's just going to get him into more. That's just going to get them both into more trouble. In my opinion. Everything is my opinion and should not be taken as fact because I'm not a lawyer. I enjoy the speculation, yes. That was her photos. That was that one. No. No, oh, I can't find it. She talks about getting a T-shirt or something for her son, which lines up with the Teespring order. Hi, Jesse. He was legit. Yes, he was. And don't forget, she's got steps. They have steps, and he has to go up the steps. No, neither was I. I don't think anyone was. Digging into it. Maybe she's controlling the info required, but that's true. Maybe. But yeah, look, I don't know. And I don't like to speculate either, but it just seems bizarre because I did read it and I went, what? on earth is that? So in her stories, no, I don't know. It's funny. So yeah, I just no, Joe, you're a cult. I know, I'm a cult now. Be very interesting, wouldn't it? Who knows? Well, just all the opinions we're expressing here and our hosts as well. Unlike KJ, we aren't stating things as fact. This is commentary, KJ, and to play reporter. That's right. We're just asking questions, and this is the whole thing, right? Is that there's a whole heap of stuff that's not making sense at the moment, and we're just trying to make sense of it all. And you have to ask questions, and you have to speculate. Probably there will be, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? You know, even like if you look at when you do a science experiment or scientists, they have a hypothesis, and they have to then work out if their hypothesis is true or not. Well, we're just doing an experiment. We're just working out whether we're right or not, using what we can see. Why would another? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, she's friendly with the owner of Teespring. Megan tweeted her yesterday telling her to delete the LB video because of the email. Okay. Oh, that was her. Wow, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I saw it. I don't know where I saw it. I mean, it may have been deleted. She may have deleted it because people. Oh, I know where I saw it. I saw it on Twitter. Let me get it from Twitter. I don't know where it had come from, but I was really shocked that it had a wheelchair. Let me just get it, and I will just bear with me for a moment. Yeah, because I wasn't the only one that questioned the wheelchair. This is it. So I don't know where this has come from, but it looks like it's been deleted. Oh, this is from 2017, by the way. So this is from 2017. So this is just into the whole mystery. So this is all the stuff that's been said about him. So he may have had a wheelchair in 2017. Is that when he had his surgery? Is that when he had his surgery? Yeah, Jessica, that was what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe it was before he had his heart surgery. But he had brain surgery, though. Yeah. Oh, didn't you say something about heart? I don't know. I can't keep up. She doesn't use the wheelchair. We have told her to just stop and rest, but some kids need one, yeah. I'm drunk and I remember that's why. Okay. He had one in, okay. The shirt said, so this is from, because That's all right. We're giving her the benefit of the doubt, you see. You know, we've been... Because it's a shirt that says... can't find where it's gone. Where is it? Where did my file go? Where did you go, Mr. File? Disappeared on me. Yes. I don't know how she got the... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, finally I sing. Yes, I was singing... I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. She does. KJ once said videos, Reddit, etc. can't be relied on. You can only rely on video posts if you get them from source. Yes, but yet when she was bagging LB yesterday, she was using screenshots. Like, what's the difference? Except they were hers, right? Her screenshots are always right. Everybody else's is wrong. Is that right? Yeah. Why aren't we talking about KJ needing to know how the troll and the hackers are? Well, we can talk about it. I'm a pretty big deal, but she hasn't disclosed who they are. And I don't, and I really am, you know, we're just speculating at this point in time. And I just, yeah, we're just speculating. Hey, KJ, I'll work for free. That's true. Yeah, we have been. Yeah, we've come up confused. Those screenshots proven to be fake. It was weird. She has a whole file. Yes, that's right. She has a whole file on people. I just came from laundry, heard the humming sweat. I thought it was my cat and freaked out. It was... Oh dear, sorry. I was made for loving you, babe. I don't know why that song even came into my mind or in my head. Yeah. Well, she did, and she said that she tweeted this morning that she had an email from Leon who said he was iJesse and that any screenshots come from him that they would be doctored and fake. So it's interesting though, because why would he what if he shows the truth and she wants us all to not believe it? She could know if it's well, that's right. She could do. That's right. She's not under any obligation to tell the truth. The part was that on Instagram? Was that an Insta Live? Because I don't have that. If anyone's got that and can send it to me, I'm going to just search Reddit because Reddit See if Reddit's got it. Thing is, I've seen it. I didn't save it. Okay. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I think this is it. This is, again, our Reddit people. So, all right, here we go. I'll try and make it as loud as I can for you. But sorry, it's got no sound. Hang on. All right. Get the sound on. Right.
Yes, we know. We believe we know who's doing everything.
All right. That's from the Reddit team. Spot on as usual, hey?
Influencer idea is so.
That's right. I was watching Reddit before. So that's where it's come. I've come in and you got love stuck in my Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's why only paranoid people do that. Yeah. Spat my coffee onto keyboard. Oh. Oh dear. I see she's on to yes. Yep, milking it much. Yep. We aren't believing KJ knows. Yes, it is possible she knows, but I think it's speculation. It has to be speculation because the comments on that post are great. She had a fire. Yeah, they are great. Oops, but I think we come to assumption opinions because our real lives we know somebody who acts similar. True. Yes, I do. Into the blue. Let me just post it for you. It's so collecting. And my PayPal is in the about section as well. And but that's fine. Oh, I don't mind giving it out, but thank you, everybody. But yeah. What is the stuff claiming to be from fundamentalist, fake or real, or pre-warning to? Well, that was interesting because I wondered whether it was a pre-warning to sue. I was wondering about that myself because if they're saying to leave the Duggars alone, how is it speculation when she admits that she knows? Well, because she's contradicted herself so many times. So she says she knows, and then she says she doesn't know, and then she knows. So I don't know. That's yeah. I really don't know. Oh, you funny. So she says that she said in her Instagram live that they knew who it was. However, on Twitter, she said, that they found out who it was. And then she said later on that they didn't know who it was. So it's confusing. She opens her mouth, it's all lies, because she is a proven liar pretty big, and she was laughing about them telling her she was mean. That's right.
Yes, we believe we know who's doing everything.
So she says we believe we know who's doing everything. And yet know about the Douglas suing her after seeing her. So I don't know. I think your FBI tweets doesn't. No, she doesn't at them. No, she doesn't. And in that she says, because let's go back to her Twitter. Let's go back to her Twitter. Remember I said wink, cough, cough, it will come back soon for a few weeks, but yes. I'm not sure how many. So let's go back to her video about the her text about the thank you FBI. Then she says here, so this is thank you FBI. We are hopeful we will get this sorted. I am so glad. So we're hopeful to get this sorted out. So she's saying, so that was on the 2nd she said that. Thank you, FBI. Then she's done today. According to what Salt said in court, the computer analysis hasn't the forensics people haven't finished with it, and once they've got the report. Oh, okay. All right, see you, Claire. I'm talking about her on Katie Joy Life. She said, I know who it is. So she is going on all her platforms saying different things. Yes. So she is, I'm a pretty big deal. She's saying different things on all her platforms. Hi, Christine. So your Dutch spirit. Because then in this one, so then she says, the only thing that she comes out and says is a man by the name of Leon reached out who claims he's Jesse. He admitted to trying to fake evidence against me. I told him nothing. If he releases any screenshots from our conversation, they are doctored. So why didn't Brown let Saltsy know that he was also worried and contacting the FBI? All this secret squirrel nonsense, Brown. Yeah. Well, the judge did tell them that they'd be better off working together. Who is paying $150? I don't know who's paying for the hackers. That's what we're hoping we'll find out. She's the FBI fidgeting. It's funny, moderate. Oh, wow. It's interesting, Amy. Very interesting. So, all right. I find it crazy that Brown has emails going out to witnesses that he knows nothing about. Saltsy showing the coding is the same. Is terrifying. Correct. Cool. All right. So there was that one sent out. And then, so yeah, she's been saying different things. I think in this one where she's pinned it about the FBI, she says, oh, here we go. So this is also on February the 2nd. She says, we do know that crimes are being committed. I'm not accusing any single person of doing this because I do not know who it is. So, yeah, so it's just something different. Just something different on all her platforms. So, well, that would have me freaking out. And if I was one of his partners, I'd be freaking out. If I was one of the people at his law firm, I'd be freaking out, particularly having heard today that the coding's the same on the authentic and the fake emails. That should be a worry to everybody. And I would have thought law firms had very good antivirus. Maybe they don't. Moderate says the unfortunate thing is her case will affect the platform. She should be taking it more seriously. She should have tried to settle. Yes, she should have. It's going to have lasting effects on the platform. It really is. It's going to change a lot of stuff. But, you know, she points the finger at everybody but herself. Yes. Everybody else but me. Everybody else but me. She's going to be poor too, says Tia. Katie is a hot mess. She's about as reliable as her sources. Yes, well, I wonder whether it's Tabasco sauce or mustard sauce or barbecue sauce or, as we say, tomato sauce here in Australia. Don't know. She's about as reliable. Huh? What? Oh, wow. I just noticed this. I didn't know this. Yes, that's right. So it was from 2017. That's right. I'm just reading something here. I didn't catch up on. Well, no, this is something totally unrelated to KJ. So it says COVID-19 restrictions reintroduced in Victoria as a workout at a quarantine hotel test positive. So, so from now, in about 20 minutes, indoor gatherings will be reduced from 30 to 15 people. Masks will be mandatory in all indoor settings and returning to work planned. It was an Australian Open hotel. I've been working in an Australian Open hotel. Yes, so we're not being locked down again. We're just going back to, let's have a look. We're just going back to, the Grand Hyatt. That's where my brother was. Oh, wow. They're tested daily. Nah. I'm not being tested these days. No, they're not putting into a lockdown. So they're going to, so they've listed the hot spots. So tonight they've said, so I just picked this up. So I apologize. So from tonight, yes, the number of people in the household from 30 to 15. Masks mandatory again in all public indoor spaces. If you have visitors in your home, strongly recommended masks. Masks must be worn in indoor spaces apart from when eating and drinking. If you're planning to 75% return to work cap in both public and private sectors have been paused, and that's it. So there you go. Where are the hot spots? All right, let's have a look. Looks like it's in Melbourne southeast. So let's have a look. Noble Club, Noble Park in Noble Park, a sporting club, a driving range, North Point Cafe Brighton, Kmart Keysborough, Kmart Brandon Park, Coles Springvale, Bunnings Springvale, and Melbourne Golf Academy. They're the hot spots. So there you go. Not a problem, Anna. So they're contacting all players, officials, support staff at the hotel. They are also contacting, so everybody that everybody that has been on that day also. Yes. Well, WA, Western Australia. In fact, I haven't seen Sammy J today, but Sammy J, who often pops in, she lives in Western Australia, and they've got the English strain of the virus that they're all in 5-day lockdown, but they have bushfires, wildfires, and Sammy J had to evacuate last night. So, yes, we do have Kmarts. So that's, yeah. I'm wondering if I should go get a test done just to make, although it wasn't in my hotel, it wasn't where I was working. Do not send it to off with their head. So anyway, so yes, I haven't heard from Sammy J, and I know that Crystal Bill was also surrounded by fire as well. So 58 people in Western Australia have lost their homes at this stage. So I hope Sammy J and Crystal Bill are okay. Yes, thoughts are with them. So their 5-day lockdown is nearly, they're halfway through their lockdown now. Fitzjeffrey's stuff. In the US, masks are still social. We can't even get COVID tests. You see, yeah, well, we were locked down for a long period of time. I don't know. I can't even tell you if it's 4, 5, 6 months. It was a long time where we lived. We had a huge second strain. And we're still, our restrictions are still easing. So, we've had, well, now it's still, they've put a cap on it, but we've only had 25% workforce in offices. Everyone else has had to work from home. We only just got rid of the masks in indoor places. You could wear masks as long as other than shopping centres and stuff. But now they've brought them back in. Yeah, I would like to think she would think it was no joke. Yeah. So borders have been the country's international borders have been closed, and the state borders. I mean, there was one stage where every state border was closed. You were stuck in your state and you couldn't move. So it's getting a little bit better now. But the West Coast is in lockdown at the moment. We're still waiting for the vaccine. It's been approved. I think they're talking about the end of the month or start of March. Starting to phase it in and getting everybody in. It's the mutation of the virus. Yes, that's right. The mutation. Yeah, that's right. And that's my fear too. I mean, it's crippled the airline industry in Australia because, to go, over, you have to fly, over the ocean. So I think she is worried about the report from Salts. And she thought it was coming out yesterday. Yeah, I wondered if that was going to do. Yeah. Well, it's okay. Well, you get your daughter up ready for school, Tia. So yeah, so we had just in the last week we had just had our mask restrictions eased slightly, and we had just increased private gatherings from 15 to 30 people. So now they've just taken it all back again. So it's very interesting. And we'd gone 28 days without a community transmission case as well, but it was bound to happen. Yeah, it's a mutation that I'm worried about too. It is midnight in Melbourne, Australia. Yeah, Amy, I thought she had a little bit of confidence in her life tonight. But I think she'll get a shock when she realizes that it's only the beginning. Well, I don't think they can get the vaccine out quick enough for the mutations, can they? Sorry. It doesn't seem that they can get the vaccines out quick enough. Okay, everybody, we probably need to, we might end here. Thank you all for coming. All right. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts on what you thought about the case. Yeah, the South African one's very deadly, aren't they? The UK one is pretty bad as well. Western Australia's got the UK strain in. So we're not sure about, we just don't want the thing about the hotel quarantine is that he tested negative twice, and then the third day he tested positive. So it's very interesting how you can, because we were all we're tested every day when we're there. So, okay, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow, maybe a little bit later, but I will be on. But I will catch you all. Thank you, Moderate, for the. Yeah, no, they don't know how it's going to work. Anyway, so have fun. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like. If you haven't hit subscribe, please hit subscribe. And please think of Sammy J and Crystal Bill, who are battling with wildfires. I haven't heard from either of them today, but Sammy J did pop in late last night to say that she was safe. She was able to get out and was safe. So we're very thankful that she's safe. But what I haven't heard is if she's lost her home. But 58 people so far have lost their home. So, okay. Yes, that's right. Yeah. All right. See you all. Good night.